Okay, this is year 1 maths exam, learning outcome number 4. I'm going to have a look at questions 1 and 2 in this video clip, and they are to do with these matrices A, B, C and D. So determine, number 1 says determine the solution for the following or state that it's not possible. So if we look at the first one, A plus B, well, to be able to add or subtract matrices, the elements must be identical. In other words, the matrices must be identical. So we can add A and B, but we can't add any of the others. We can't add A to C or A to D, and we can't add C to D or B to C or any of the other combinations. The only one that will work in there is A plus B because they're identical. So we can do part A. In other words, we can say matrix 1, 2, 3, 4 plus matrix minus 5, 4, 3, minus 2 is, and the reason why we can only add them when they're identical is because we add corresponding elements. So we add the 1 to the minus 5. So 1 plus negative 5 is negative 4. 1 plus 4, 2 plus 4 is 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. And 4 plus negative 2 is 2. Just be warned that if you have to subtract matrices, you've got to be careful of the sign. If this is matrix A minus matrix B, we'd have 1 minus minus 5, which would be plus 5 in the first element, for example. So, because of what we've just been saying, we cannot do B because the matrices are not identical. So we can't do B. A times C, in this one, to be able to multiply matrices, if I write down the order of these matrices, so for example, A is a 2, 2 matrix, and I'm going to multiply that by a C, which is a 2 by 1 matrix, and I can do this because to be able to multiply, these two must be the same, and we end up with a 2 by 1 matrix. So, to do this problem, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by 1, 0. And to do this, we multiply the 1 by the 1 to get 1, plus 2 times 0 is 0, over 3 times 1 is 3, plus 4 times 0 is 0, which gives us 1, 3. And part D, we can't multiply B by D because, again, we've got a situation where B is a 2 by 2, and I'm multiplying that by a 1 by 2, and so these elements in the middle, these do not match, so we can't multiply them. So that's question number 1. Question 2, find the determinant of A and hence the reciprocal of A. Well, the way of finding the determinant of A is outlined below. If the elements are labelled A, B, C, D, then the determinant is A times D, which is called the leading diagonal, so it's A times D minus the other diagonal, B times C. So if I do that for this particular case, therefore the determinant, and notice the use of straight lines to find the determinant, of the matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, is equal to 1 times 4 minus 2 times 3, which is going to equal 4 minus 6, which is negative 2. So that's the determinant of this matrix. And now we're going to use that determinant to find the reciprocal of the matrix. So, to find the reciprocal of a matrix, then this is the method we follow. For a matrix PQRS, we interchange P and S, we change the signs of Q and R, and we divide each element by the determinant of the matrix. And we just have to remember this, and you're expected to remember it for the exam. So for this particular case, What do? We interchange P and S, which in this case is the 1 and 4, and we change the sign of Q and R. So this is going to give us 4, 1, minus 2, minus 3, and then we divide each of the elements inside this by the determinant, which we worked out to be negative 2. So we divide each element by negative 2, which gives us 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. And then this next one gives us 3 over 2, or 1.5, however you want to write it. And then 1 divided by minus 2 gives us negative 1/2. And that would be the inverse of that particular matrix.